J. Berman, welcome back to another episode of the J. Berman Experience. I'm your host, J. Berman, and today we have a truly special guest, Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. Maharishi, welcome to the show. Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, thank you, JJ. It's a pleasure to be here. J. Berman, so, let's dive right in. You talk about bringing enlightenment to every individual, invincibility to every nation. What does that mean? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, enlightenment is the full blossoming of human potential. It's about realizing the interconnectedness of all things and living in harmony with the universe. When every individual is enlightened, nations become invincible because they operate from a level of unity and peace. J. Berman, that's profound. How can we create a peaceful world where everyone can enjoy their own life? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, the key is to start with the self. Through practices like transcendental meditation, individuals can tap into the unified field of consciousness. This creates a ripple effect, spreading peace and harmony throughout society. J. Berman, I'm going through what you might call a midlife crisis. How can these principles help someone like me? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, a midlife crisis is often a call from within to seek deeper meaning. Transcendental meditation can help you connect with your inner self, alleviating stress and providing clarity. This is the path to overcoming crises and achieving lasting happiness. J. Berman, that's incredibly reassuring. Now, let's add a layer of complexity here. What if we consider the concept of bifinity that we discussed in the last episode? How does that fit into the path to enlightenment? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, bifinity, the essence of all existential comedy. In a way, it's a playful expression of the infinite possibilities that exist within us. Enlightenment is about embracing that infinity in a harmonious way. J. Berman, wow, that's a beautiful way to put it. Any final thoughts on how we can make the world a better place? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, start with yourself. Be the change you wish to see in the world. When you are at peace, you become a beacon of peace for others. This is how we create a world where every individual is enlightened and every nation is invincible. J. Berman, Maharishi, it's been an honor having you on the show. Thank you for sharing your wisdom with us. Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, absolutely, JJ. Let's dive deeper. J. Berman, in the last episode, we touched on the concept of bifinity and how it relates to enlightenment. Can you elaborate on how humor and enlightenment intersect? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, humor is a form of release, a way to transcend our limitations momentarily. Enlightenment is the ultimate transcendence, where one lives in a state of perpetual freedom and joy. So, in a way, humor is like a glimpse of enlightenment. J. Berman, that's a fascinating perspective. Now, let's talk about global peace. How can we make it a reality? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, global peace starts with individual peace. If a significant portion of the population practices techniques that promote inner peace, like transcendental meditation, it creates a collective consciousness that is harmonious. This is the foundation for global peace. J. Berman, I've heard you mention the idea of invincibility to every nation. Could you explain that? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, invincibility is not about overpowering others, it's about being so strong within that nothing can disturb your peace. When a nation operates from that level of coherence and unity, it becomes invincible in the truest sense. J. Berman, that's incredibly inspiring. Now, I have to ask, what's your take on midlife crises as a collective experience? Can a society have a midlife crisis? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, a society's midlife crisis could be seen as periods of upheaval or transformation. These are opportunities for collective growth, a call to return to core values and principles that promote well-being for all. J. Berman, that's a hopeful way to look at it. Any final thoughts on how individuals can contribute to a better world? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, each person has a role to play. By focusing on personal growth and enlightenment, you're contributing to the collective enlightenment. It's like a puzzle, each piece is crucial for the complete picture of global peace and harmony. Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, absolutely, JJ. The journey continues. J. Berman, last time, we discussed the concept of a society's midlife crisis. Now, let's explore the alchemy of consciousness. How can we transform our minds to better the world? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, the alchemy of consciousness is about transmuting the base elements of our mind's fear, ignorance, and ego into the gold of enlightenment. This transformation is possible through practices like transcendental meditation, which purify the mind and connect us to the universal consciousness. J. Berman, that's incredibly profound. Now, let's talk about the role of technology in achieving global peace. Can it be a tool for enlightenment? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, technology is a double-edged sword. It can either enhance human life or create discord. The key is to use technology mindfully, in ways that promote unity and understanding, rather than division and conflict. J. Berman, that's a balanced perspective. Now, I've been thinking about the concept of bifinity from our previous episodes. How does the infinite nature of the universe relate to our quest for enlightenment? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, the universe is a manifestation of infinite possibilities, and so are we. Bifinity can be seen as a playful expression of this cosmic dance. When we align ourselves with this infinite potential through enlightenment, we become co-creators in this magnificent universe. J. Berman, wow, that's a cosmic mic drop right there. Any final thoughts on how we can maintain this state of enlightenment in our daily lives? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, enlightenment is not a one-time event but a continuous journey. Make time for self-reflection and practices that connect you to your inner self. Live consciously, act compassionately, and you'll find that enlightenment becomes your natural state. J. Berman, Maharishi, it's been an otherworldly experience having you on the show. Your insights have been invaluable. J. Berman, welcome back, everyone, to the J. Berman experience. We're here for part 4 of our enlightening conversation with Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. Maharishi, let's get into the nitty-gritty. Can you break down the Transcendental Meditation, TM, program for us? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, certainly, JJ. Transcendental meditation is a simple, natural technique that involves silently repeating a mantra to settle the mind and reach a state of pure consciousness. It's practiced for 20 minutes twice a day and can be done by anyone, regardless of age or background. J. Berman, that sounds accessible. Now, what about the STHI program? What is it, and how does it relate to TM? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, the TM STHI program is an advanced set of techniques that build upon the foundation of transcendental meditation. It includes practices like yogic flying, which aim to develop higher states of consciousness. The ultimate goal is to achieve a state of unity with the universal consciousness. J. Berman, that's fascinating. How can these practices contribute to a more peaceful existence for every individual? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, when individuals practice TM and the STHI program, they create a powerful, peaceful influence in their environment. This is known as the Maharishi effect. Studies have shown that when a critical mass of people practice these techniques, it can lead to reduced crime rates, fewer conflicts, and overall societal harmony. J. Berman, that's incredible. It's like a ripple effect of peace. Now, let's talk about practical steps. How can people get involved and contribute to this peaceful existence? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, the first step is to learn transcendental meditation from a certified instructor. From there, individuals can explore the STHI program. Additionally, People can support organizations that promote these techniques and engage in community programs that aim to teach TM in schools, prisons, and other institutions. J.J. Berman, that's actionable advice. Any final thoughts on how TM and the STHI program can help us navigate the complexities of modern life? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, in today's fast-paced world, TM and the STHI program serve as anchors, helping individuals maintain balance and clarity. They are tools for personal transformation that, in turn, contribute to global transformation. By elevating our own consciousness, we elevate the world. J.J. Berman, Maharishi, your wisdom has been a guiding light in these episodes. Thank you for sharing it with us. Maharishi, let's dive into the practicalities. How can we help people implement the TM program and STHI agenda in their lives? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, thank you, JJ. The first step is education. People need to be aware of the benefits of TM and STHI, not just for individual well-being but also for societal harmony. Workshops, seminars, and community outreach can play a crucial role in this. J.J. Berman, that makes sense. Awareness is the first step to action. Now, what about institutions? How can they contribute? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, institutions like schools, corporations, and even governmental bodies can introduce TM and STHI programs as part of their wellness initiatives. This not only enhances individual productivity but also creates a more harmonious environment. J.J. Berman, that's a win-win. Now, let's talk about the community. How can local communities get involved? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, community leaders can organize group meditation sessions and invite certified TM instructors for training. The more people in a community who practice TM and STHI, the stronger the Maharishi effect, leading to a more peaceful and harmonious environment. J.J. Berman, that's empowering. It means anyone can be a catalyst for change. Now, what about the global scale? How can we extend this to create a more peaceful existence for every individual worldwide? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, on a global scale, we can leverage technology to reach a wider audience. Online courses, webinars, and social media campaigns can make TM and STHI accessible to people regardless of geographical boundaries. The key is to create a global network of peace and harmony through collective consciousness. J.J. Berman, that's a beautiful vision. Any final thoughts on how our listeners can start taking action today? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, start with yourself. Learn TM, explore the STHI program, and then share your experiences with others. Become an advocate for peace in your community. Remember, the journey to global peace begins with a single step. J.J. Berman, welcome back to the J.J. Berman Experience, everyone. We're here for part 6 of our enlightening series with Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. Maharishi, we've covered a lot of ground, but today is special. What is your message to the world for 2023? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, thank you, JJ. My message for 2023 is simple yet profound: the time for global transformation is now. We are at a pivotal moment in history where collective consciousness can shift the trajectory of our world. Through practices like TM and the STHI program, we can usher in an era of peace, harmony, and enlightenment. J.J. Berman, that's a powerful call to action. Can you elaborate on this pivotal moment in history? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, certainly. The challenges we face, be it climate change, social inequality, or geopolitical tensions, are symptoms of a deeper issue, a lack of unity and harmony. This pivotal moment offers us an opportunity to address the root cause by elevating our collective consciousness. J.J. Berman, that's a holistic approach. Now, what are the practical steps people can take to be part of this global transformation? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, first, make a commitment to your own growth and enlightenment. Practice TM and explore the STHI program. Second, become an advocate for these practices in your community. Share your experiences and encourage others to join you on this journey. J.J. Berman, that's actionable and inspiring. Now, what role do governments and organizations play in this? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, governments and organizations have the resources and reach to implement these programs on a large scale. By incorporating TM and STI into educational systems, healthcare, and even the military, we can create a ripple effect that benefits society as a whole. J.J. Berman, that's a grand vision. Any final thoughts on how we can maintain this momentum throughout the year? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, consistency is key. Make these practices a part of your daily routine and encourage others to do the same. Let's make 2023 the year we turn the tide and set the foundation for a harmonious future. J.J. Berman, Maharishi, your message is a beacon of hope and a blueprint for action. Thank you for sharing it with us. Maharishi, last time you gave us a powerful message for 2023. What are the next steps for global transformation? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, thank you, JJ. The next steps involve both individual and collective action. On an individual level, it's crucial to maintain the discipline of daily TM and STI practices. On a collective level, we must work to integrate these practices into the fabric of society, schools, workplaces, and communities. J.J. Berman, that's a comprehensive approach. How can we ensure that these practices are accessible to everyone? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, accessibility is key. We need to create scholarships, community programs, and online resources to make TM and STI available to all, regardless of socio-economic status. The goal is to democratize enlightenment. J.J. Berman, that's a noble aim. Now, what about skeptics? How do we address those who doubt the efficacy of these practices? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, skepticism is natural, and the best way to address it is through evidence. There are numerous scientific studies that validate the benefits of TM and STI, not just for individual well-being but also for societal harmony. Sharing this research can help win over skeptics. J.J. Berman, evidence is indeed powerful. Now, as we move forward in 2023, what are some milestones we should aim for? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, we should aim for measurable outcomes, reductions in crime rates, improvements in mental health statistics, and increased adoption of TM and STI in educational and corporate settings. These milestones will serve as indicators of our progress towards a more peaceful world. J.J. Berman, those are tangible goals. Any final thoughts on how we can keep the momentum going? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, keep the conversation alive. Use social media, community events, and personal interactions to spread the message. The more we talk about it, the more it becomes a part of the collective consciousness, propelling us towards our goal of global transformation. J.J. Berman, Maharishi, your vision for 2023 and beyond serves as a roadmap for all of us. Thank you for sharing it. Maharishi, today let's focus on the role of youth and future generations in your vision for 2023. What's your message to them? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, thank you, JJ. The youth are the architects of the future. My message to them is to embrace practices like TM and STI as tools for personal and societal transformation. By doing so, they can lay the foundation for a world that values peace, harmony, and enlightenment. J.J. Berman, that's a call to action for the younger generation. How can they get involved? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, the first step is education. Schools and universities should offer courses and workshops on TM and STI. Young people can also form clubs and organizations to promote these practices and create a supportive community. J.J. Berman, that's empowering. Now, what about the role of parents and educators in this? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, parents and educators have a responsibility to guide the youth towards practices that enrich their lives. They can set an example by adopting TM and STI themselves and encouraging their children and students to do the same. J.J. Berman, leading by example is always effective. Now, as we look towards the future, what are some long-term goals we should aim for? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, long-term goals should include the integration of TM and STHI into national education curricula, the establishment of peace universities that focus on consciousness-based education, and the creation of global initiatives that use these practices to address societal challenges. J. Berman, those are ambitious but achievable goals. Any final thoughts on how the youth can sustain this movement? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, the key is to make it a lifestyle, not just a practice. The youth should embrace TM and STHI as integral parts of their daily lives and use their energy and creativity to spread the message far and wide. J. Berman, Maharishi, your vision for the youth and future generations is both inspiring and actionable. Thank you for sharing it with us. We're here for part 9 of our enlightening series with Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. Maharishi, today let's explore the intersection of science and spirituality in your vision for 2023. What are your thoughts on this? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, thank you. JJ, science and spirituality are often seen as separate domains, but in reality, they are two sides of the same coin. My vision for 2023 involves bridging this gap and showing how practices like TM and STHI are supported by scientific research. J. Berman, that's a fascinating perspective. How can we go about bridging this gap? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, collaboration is key. Scientists, researchers, and spiritual leaders should come together to study the effects of these practices on the human mind and society. This interdisciplinary approach can provide a holistic understanding that benefits everyone. J. Berman, that's a compelling idea. What kind of research should we focus on? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, we should focus on both qualitative and quantitative research. Studies can explore the physiological changes during meditation, the societal benefits of group meditation, and even the impact of these practices on environmental harmony. J. Berman, those are comprehensive research areas. Now, how can this scientific validation help in promoting TM and STHI? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, scientific validation provides credibility. It can help in breaking down skepticism and making these practices more mainstream. When people see that there is empirical evidence supporting the benefits of TM and STHI, they are more likely to adopt them. J. Berman, absolutely, evidence speaks volumes. Any final thoughts on how science and spirituality can coexist in the modern world? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, the key is to approach both with an open mind. Science and spirituality can enrich each other, offering a more complete picture of reality. By integrating the two, we can accelerate our journey towards a more peaceful and enlightened world. J. Berman, Maharishi, your vision for the intersection of science and spirituality is groundbreaking. Thank you for sharing it with us. J. Berman, welcome back to the J. Berman experience, everyone. We've reached part 10 of our enlightening series with Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. Maharishi, today let's talk about the global impact and legacy you envision for 2023 and beyond. What's your message? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, thank you, JJ. My message is one of hope and action. The practices of TM and STHI have the potential to create a lasting legacy of peace and enlightenment, not just for this generation but for generations to come. The impact can be global, transcending borders and cultures. J. Berman, that's a vision that speaks to the interconnectedness of all humanity. How can we make this legacy a reality? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, it starts with each individual taking responsibility for their own growth and enlightenment. From there, it spreads to families, communities, nations, and eventually the world. The ripple effect is real, and it starts with the individual. J. Berman, the power of one magnified by billions. Now, what role do organizations and governments play in this? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, organizations and governments can act as catalysts. By adopting TM and STHI programs, they can create environments that foster peace and well-being. This, in turn, can serve as a model for other organizations and nations to follow. J.J. Berman, a domino effect of positive change. Now, as we look to the future, what are some milestones that would indicate we're on the right path? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, milestones could include global peace treaties influenced by a rise in collective consciousness, significant reductions in crime and conflict, and widespread adoption of TM&ST in educational systems worldwide. J.J. Berman, those are tangible indicators of progress. Any final thoughts on how we can ensure this legacy endures? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, to ensure the legacy endures, we must focus on education and youth engagement. The younger generation will carry this legacy forward, so it's crucial that they are equipped with the knowledge and practices that can bring about global transformation. J.J. Berman, Maharishi, your vision for a global legacy of peace and enlightenment is both inspiring and actionable. Thank you for sharing it with us. Outro music, Berman's Visionary Legacy by DJ Absurdity. Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, thank you. JJ Technology is a double-edged sword. While it has the potential to distract and disconnect us, it also has immense power to aid in spiritual growth. My vision for 2023 includes leveraging technology to make practices like TM&ST more accessible and effective. J.J. Berman, that's a balanced perspective. How can technology be used to enhance these practices? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, apps and platforms can be developed to guide individuals through TM&ST practices. Virtual communities can be created to offer support and share experiences. Even wearables can be used to monitor physiological changes during meditation, providing real-time feedback. J.J. Berman, that's a futuristic approach. What about the risks? How do we ensure technology doesn't become a distraction? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, mindfulness is key. Technology should be used as a tool, not a crutch. Setting boundaries and being conscious of how and when we use technology can help mitigate the risks. J.J. Berman, wise words. Now, looking ahead, how can technology be integrated into the broader vision for global transformation? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, technology can amplify our efforts. For example, virtual global meditation events can be organized to elevate collective consciousness. Educational platforms can offer courses on TM&ST that reach a global audience. The possibilities are endless. J.J. Berman, the potential for scale is indeed incredible. Any final thoughts on the symbiotic relationship between technology and spirituality? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, the key is harmony. When used mindfully, technology can be a powerful ally in our quest for spiritual growth and global transformation. Let's embrace it, but with awareness and intention. I'm Maharishi. Today let's focus on your overarching vision for the future of humanity. What do you see on the horizon? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, thank you, JJ. My vision for the future of humanity is one of unity and enlightenment. I see a world where the boundaries that divide us, be they national, cultural, or ideological, fade away, replaced by a collective consciousness that seeks the betterment of all. J.J. Berman, that's a profound vision. How do we begin to make this a reality? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, it begins with individual transformation. As each person embraces practices like TM&ST, they contribute to a shift in collective consciousness. This shift will naturally lead to societal changes that reflect our newfound unity and enlightenment. J.J. Berman, the micro influencing the macro. Now, what role do you see for institutions like governments and corporations in this vision? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, institutions have the power to accelerate this transformation. By adopting policies that promote spiritual growth and well-being, they can act as catalysts for change on a grand scale. J.J. Berman, a top-down approach to complement the bottom-up efforts. Now, as we look to the future, what are some signs that would indicate we're moving in the right direction? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, signs would include a global decline in conflict and suffering, increased focus on sustainable living, and a rise in educational systems that prioritize holistic well-being over mere academic achievement. J. Berman, those are clear indicators of progress. Any final thoughts on how we can keep the momentum going? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, consistency and commitment are key. We must not lose sight of our vision, even when faced with challenges. By staying committed to our individual and collective growth, we can ensure that this vision becomes a reality. Today let's discuss the role of media and communication in your vision for the future of humanity. What are your thoughts? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, thank you. JJ, media and communication are powerful tools that shape public perception and opinion. In my vision for the future, these platforms will be used to spread messages of unity, peace, and enlightenment. J. Berman, that's a noble use of such influential platforms. How can media outlets contribute to this vision? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, media outlets can contribute by being responsible and ethical in their reporting. They can prioritize stories that highlight human achievements in the realms of spirituality, science, and social justice, thereby inspiring others to take positive actions. J. Berman, a shift in narrative focus. What about the role of social media? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, social media can act as a grassroots platform for change. Individuals can use it to share their personal experiences with practices like TM and STI, thereby influencing their networks and contributing to a collective shift in consciousness. J. Berman, the democratization of influence. Now, how can journalists and content creators contribute to this vision? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, journalists and content creators have a unique opportunity to shape public discourse. By producing content that aligns with the values of unity and enlightenment, they can act as catalysts for societal transformation. J. Berman, using storytelling as a force for good. Any final thoughts on how media and communication can be integrated into the broader vision for humanity's future? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, integration is crucial. Media and communication should be seen as extensions of our collective consciousness, reflecting and amplifying the values we hold dear. This will ensure that they play a meaningful role in shaping our future. J. Berman, Maharishi, your vision for the role of media and communication in the future of humanity is both insightful and actionable. Thank you for sharing it with us. J. Berman, welcome back to the J. Berman experience, everyone. We've reached the final part of our enlightening series with Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. Maharishi, as we wrap up the series, what final message do you have for a peaceful existence for humanity? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, thank you, JJ. My final message is simple yet profound: be the change you wish to see in the world. Each individual has the power to contribute to a peaceful existence by embodying the values of love, unity, and enlightenment in their daily lives. J. Berman, a timeless message. How can individuals practically apply this in their lives? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, start with small, daily actions. Practice kindness, engage in mindful practices like TM, and strive for self-improvement. These actions create ripples that eventually lead to a tidal wave of positive change. J. Berman, the butterfly effect in action. Now, as we look to the future, what gives you hope? Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, what gives me hope is the resilience and goodness I see in people every day. Despite the challenges we face, there is an underlying current of desire for peace and harmony that cannot be extinguished. J. Berman, a hopeful note to end on. Maharishi, it's been an honor to explore your vision for the future of humanity. Thank you for sharing your wisdom with us. Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, the honor is mine. JJ, may the series serve as a catalyst for positive change, inspiring each listener to contribute to a more peaceful and enlightened world. J. Berman, beautifully said. And to our listeners, thank you for joining us on this journey. Let's each take Maharishi's message to heart and be the change we wish to see.